So today we're going to talk about recycling tritium exit signs. Tritium exit signs are very dangerous products that are out in the market, and they're still being used today. The problems with tritium exit signs is they use a nuclear gas called either tritium or radium to glow in the dark. Now the benefits of tritium exit signs is they don't need an external light source to work. You can use them in a movie theater, you can use them in maybe a large warehouse type setting. And then the other benefit of the tritium radioactive exit signs is you don't need to run any type of electricity to them. But there's a lot of problems with the tritium exit signs that far outweigh the benefits of them. The first one is they're expensive to not only purchase, but they're very expensive to dispose of. And we're going to talk about the three different options you have to dispose of tritium and radioluminescent exit signs. The second problem is the PR issue. If somebody knows that you have a nuclear exit sign in your building, they may be hesitant to shop at your store, to visit your location. If one of those signs were to crack or to chip, it becomes a very significant nuclear waste cleanup material. They can actually cost up to $100,000 to clean up a nuclear exit signs. There usually is a protocol of about 30 days worth of air quality control that needs to be done. There's a cleanup process. You usually have to get rid of all the inventory that's out there. And again, there's that PR value. Just simply go on to Google and type in tritium exit signs in retail environments, and you can hear some of those stories about companies that have had really big problems with tritium exit signs. So let's break down the cheapest way to get rid of your tritium exit signs. And that is to go ahead and find a registered Nuclear Regulatory Commission exit sign recycling company and go ahead and prepare them. Now, the cost is usually $100 to $200 in those circumstances, but there's a lot of responsibility you have as a facility owner. And there's usually a 6 to 7 step process that you really need to follow that's out there. The first thing you need to do is before that exit sign is taken down, you need to register that exit sign with the Nuclear Regulatory Commission and receive a return authorization before you can recycle them. Now at that point in time, if that exit sign is past its expiration date, and most tritium exit signs expire at 10 years, there are a few that expire after 15, and there's a very few that are very expensive that expire after 20 years. But once the date on that tritium exit sign is expired, those signs can no longer be used. So those signs have to be maintained on property. You're responsible for good close control. They cannot leave the actual rooftop property of where you have that maintained. Once you get your return authorization from the Nuclear Regulatory Commission, then you're responsible for packaging it, making sure it's protected, and finding a shipper that will take a nuclear material to return it to that nuclear recycling third party that you'll go ahead and work with. At that point in time, they will go ahead and recycle the tritium materials in there. They will send you a certificate showing that there's a proof that that recycling has been completed, and then you're responsible for registering that letter, usually with your state or in some cases federal officials, to show that that nuclear sign that you had registered with the Nuclear Regulatory Commission has been properly disposed of and properly recycled. Again, that process there is somewhere in that $100 to $200 range. The next option that Lumaware brings to the table is a lot much easier. You basically take the nuclear sign off of the wall, you put it in a box, we have a pre-postage paid return receipt, and we take care of everything for you. We have a pre-postage material on that box that again has a special type of packaging material in that box. We go ahead and cover all the expenses to recycle that. We handle all the paperwork, we handle all the recycling. At the very end, you're issued that certificate showing that that sign's been recycled and everything's taken care of. That process is a little bit more than doing it yourself, but it takes a lot of the risk off of your shoulders. The third option is a total turnkey solution that Lumaware offers, and that is we'll go ahead and take down your tritium exit sign, we'll handle all the paperwork, we'll handle all the recycling, and we will even install a photoluminescent Lumaware exit sign in the place of that tritium exit sign that you got rid of. Makes it very, very simple process.